Hi, welcome back. Right now, I'm sitting outside in my hammock. The sun has set. There are a couple of bright stars and planets in the sky. The moon was full yesterday, so it should be a pretty nice moon rising. And the moon risings here in the desert are gorgeous. It's like a sunrise. It's so beautiful over the mountains. It's the biggest moon. It's like you can reach out and touch it. The temperature is probably 70 degrees. No, maybe 70 degrees. There's a little bit of a chill in the air. There aren't any mosquitoes flying around or flies buzzing in my ears. It's the perfect night. The dogs are playing. My little dog was rolling around on her back playing with her toy. Something I've only seen her do a handful of times in the 8 years I've had her. Everyone's really happy today. I had a pretty amazing day, and I wanted to share that. I've had so many not so good things happen in my life. At this age, I feel so separated from a lot of those things, though, because some of those things happened 30 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. That's so far removed from who I am now. I am physically a different person. Every cell in my body has regenerated multiple times over. So I should shed that other part and just reinvent the new me. The Avery. I wonder if I have some sort of attention issue, because I'm back inside. It's about an hour after I recorded outside in the hammock, and I jumped online to follow up with an interesting part of my day. And somehow I ended up shedding a few tears looking through pictures and condolences for a man who died who I don't even know. Well, let me tell you how that happened. I was driving around the desert earlier today to make sure there wasn't anyone who needed help. Reason being, there's been a dog that people have been trying to catch for the past few days in town. Dog has a collar. Its feet are really worn. It seems like it's been in the desert for a few days, or at least running. And it has a collar on and housebroken. Basically, the dog was caught. But no one seems to recall or recognize the dog, nor does anybody recall seeing any missing dog signs, which made me wonder if there's someone who's in distress. I might need help. So a friend and I went out I found out that the dog was found. Got home, let my dogs out, and then I hopped in the car and met a friend kind of out in the desert to just go scour the area where the dog's been hanging out to see if there's anyone who's hurt or dead. I mean, that's a thing that happens here. A lot of people die out in the desert, and they're so secluded. Most folks aren't going to know about it for a while until something like this happens. So I was driving around the desert, just checking to see if I saw anything that looked out of place or anyone who needed help or any abandoned cars or RVs. When I came inside this evening, I decided to hop online to see if there were any updates on Facebook. And that led me to thinking about these really cool, not really cool, but colorful signs that someone made at a local print shop in town for another missing dog, and how it would be nice to have that made for this found dog. So then I started searching for that print shop, and somehow in searching for that I came across some woman who had written a memoriam on her Facebook for her husband who died 3 days ago unexpectedly. So then I got nosy and started clicking around, and next thing you know, I'm like in tears on his Marine Buddy friends page with everyone talking about how they served with him and stuff. I don't know that that's a normal mind, and I don't really have people to ask about this. Whenever I have weird questions, well, I don't know if they're weird. To me, they're not weird, but to most others, when I ask things like this, they just kind of nervously laugh or whatever. But I mean, is that how a normal mind works? Like, I'll go outside to string up some solar lights, and I end up digging up weeds, but there's like a long process of how I got there. It's like a Rube Goldberg machine. The way that my mind works and the way that I get things done. Like, eventually I got that shelf up last night, but it took washing dishes and going outside to play with the dogs and buying a plane ticket and reorganizing my toolbox. Like, there were multiple things that had to happen for that shelf to go up. I couldn't just put the shelf up. Even while I was putting the shelf up. Even while I was screwing the shelf in. Other things had to happen. Like, I had to stop so I could change the way my lights are inside. Just madness. Is that how other people's mind work? Or do you just say, I'm putting the effing shelf up, and you just put it up, and then that task is done, and then you move on to the next thing? That just seems so logical. But I can't get tasks done that way. Anyway, it's been a beautiful day. I do hope that if that dog belongs to someone, that they're okay, and that the dog is just lost, or, I hate to say, or just abandoned. I hope it's not someone who's hurt and needs help. Thanks for listening.